Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of The Wave. I'm Emma.
And I'm Courtney, and as always, we're here to introduce to you some up-and-coming local talent.
That's right, let's see who we have this week.
Hey guys, I'm JP. I'm an alternative artist and songwriter from Burns, Tennessee. Somebody said something a long time ago, I don't know who it was some like big songwriter, and he said something like, you know, good songs are useless, but great songs will change your career. And that kind of inspired me, so I think, I'm at a point where like, I don't want to put out good music, like I want to put out incredible music, you know, like I'm trying to make classic, timeless shit. I'm 22 years old. I was born in 1998, and Bryan Adams' Reckless came out in '84. That is 14 years before I was born, and it's one of my favorite albums of all time. And he's still in the top, I think, 200 or 300 most streamed on Spotify. And his peak album came out in '84, and there's a reason for that. Why I've kind of waited this long to put out music is because, you know, I've been trying to capture a sound that like represents the extent of what I feel like I'm capable of. And I feel like I've finally done that.
Only Like You, JP Burr.
It's always so cool when you hear a song that kind of perfectly describes what's going on in your life, but like specifically, and you're like, what is this, you know? Like, and you know, I'm trying to do that because, you know, like logically my mind goes to, you know, with anything I feel, I'm not the only person, you know, on the face of the earth in history who's ever felt this one thing. That's just not true at all, you know, just people feel stuff, but not everybody talks about it. So that's kind of my goal with songwriting. You know, I'm trying to make sense of stuff in my head and hopefully, you know, help some other people, you know, make some sense of things as well. That's kind of where I'm at, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. Hey, it's JP Burr on The Wave. Thanks for watching.
I can't wait to talk with him and learn more about his music.
Me too, but first we have to keep you up to date on some music news.
Bonnaroo has announced that they are officially back for 2021, and this time in September. Celebrating their 20th year, Bonnaroo will be held September 2nd through the 5th, with an all-star lineup featuring Tyler, the Creator, Foo Fighters, Megan Thee Stallion, and many more. Festival organizers say they're in contact with local health and public safety officials to enhance safety for everyone.
If you're a Broadway fan like me, then you'll be excited to know that the St. James Theater opened the doors for a performance for the first time in more than a year, making this the first time a Broadway venue has hosted live entertainment amid the COVID-19 pandemic. It featured only 2 performers, Tony Award winners Nathan Lane and Savion Glover, performing for a masked audience of 150.
Carrie Underwood's first gospel album, My Savior, debuted atop Billboard's country and Christian charts, as well as number 4 on all genre Billboard 200 chart. And the gospel tracks just keep coming, with Justin Bieber releasing a gospel-infused EP titled Freedom. The Freedom EP follows the release of Bieber's 6th album, Justice, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 albums chart.
Nick Jonas, one of the judges of the hit show The Voice, has announced he will be leaving the show. He has yet to release why, but we do know that Ariana Grande will be one of the new coaches for the upcoming 21st season. We'll be right back with JP right after this break.
Welcome back, and as promised, we're here with JP Burr.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. We're so excited to have you.
Absolutely, happy to be here.
Yes, and I can't wait to see you perform, especially the song that you were singing, California.
Thanks.
It just dropped. Give us a little insight, what it's about, what it means to you.
Yeah, so California is the first song off of my upcoming EP, and it came from a period of time I was into. Oddly enough, I've been jamming out to a lot of Tom Petty and Katy Perry, as strange of a combo as that is.
That's kind of good,
Yeah,
though.
so I was kind of in the light rock California headspace of like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, but also like I want to write a pop song.
Yeah.
So I went home and, you know, I just kind of tried to write a pop song, and I found out that when I try to write a pop song, it's only like so much of a pop song because I'm not particularly a pop artist.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it turned out this kind of roots rock thing, but you know, it's kind of nostalgic, but modern also.
Yes.
So I
like
feel like
that.
I've really found a sound through this song.
That's awesome.
good.
That's
Yeah,
great
thank
that you
you.
did that. And we're so excited to hear it.
Thank you. I'm excited to play it.
Talking about EPs, Lonely Like You, what was your process and the vibe that you wanted to get out with that?
Yeah, so it really came out of the quarantine. So I play guitar for a few country artists around town. I have for about the last 3 years. And once COVID hit really hard and there was that huge lockdown, you know, like all of my gigs were wiped out. I mean, everything, you know, was completely wiped out for a long time. So, you know, the only music I was making was by myself, for myself, just kind of what I wanted to do. And I think I kind of got back into songwriting to kind of make some sense of some things that was going through my head, you know, during the weird time. And I came out with a couple songs that I liked quite a bit, and I wanted to record them in a studio. And I met up with this guy named Colin Pastor. He's a producer here in town. He's a awesome guy too. He's great. But we just really hit it off. I was going to meet a couple different producers, but I met him first, and we had the same taste in music essentially, and it just seemed like a match made in heaven. So we hit the studio for 2 days, and we got it all knocked out, and I did a couple overdubs that next week, and it was done.
That's
Great.
Yeah, so it really just kind of came from the quarantine. You know, it's just about the title track, Lonely Like You, is really about, I guess, kind of self-isolation, I guess, that could come with like depression or anxiety, which a lot of people felt, you know. I'd say a lot of last year probably, but
Definitely.
yeah, it's probably my most like open and honest song I think I've ever written.
So
yeah.
I was so excited to hear it. Can't wait.
Thank
And
you.
when do you have an official date of when it's going to drop?
Yeah, so I think the EP, it's going to be something like, it's like July like 14th or something is the final thing. So I'm going to be rolling the 4 songs out, one song a month until all of them are out as the EP.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be awesome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
That's awesome to hear that you're writing for yourself in the quarantine. You're doing something productive with it, and like it probably like shaped your writing style in a bit of a different way.
It did. So I put out a song in 2019 with, you know, no promo, no plans of kind of putting anything else after that, like soon, you know, it was just to kind of see what happened.
Yeah,
I'm
test
super
the
glad-
waters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I'm super glad it worked out that way because I got so much time to kind of think about what I wanted and to like dive into new music and new sounds and everything. And I really kind of, I think I found my thing, or at least the start of my thing. You know, I feel like I've come to a sound that I can expand upon for the rest of my life, and I'm super excited about that.
That's
good.
Really
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
Do you ever like worry about how people perceive your writing in a different way than you expected?
Not exactly. No, I think the cool thing about songwriting is, you know, I could write something that's super personal to me about, you know, something super specific that I went through. But, you know, I feel like, you know, anybody else could hear that and take it a completely different way.
Oh, for sure.
And kind of apply parts of that to their lives.
Exactly.
And, you know, and like their experiences. So I think that's one of the coolest things about songwriting.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, everybody has a different interpretation of music. And I think that's sick.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the best part. Yeah. But where can we find you on socials?
Instagram is jp.burr. I had to put a dot in there because there's an account that is just JP Burr, and the
how
profile picture.
unfortunate.
Yeah, and the profile picture is a mountain, and there are no posts, and there haven't been for about 4 years.
Hate that.
So I have a dot. Twitter is probably the same thing, except my Twitter sucks.
Okay.
So
all right, that's fair.
Not a Twitter guy, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
One day.
Facebook, I'm on there as well. Like, I'm on everything, I guess.
Awesome. Well, I'll be sure everyone checks you out. And thank you so much again for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And we will see you perform California right after this break.
Sounds great. down the interstate. Baby, I love you, is all you had to say. Then I woke up, I was feeling alone. I started driving, but then I went back home. Don't have the courage to take that chance today. And I know I'm not the only one daydreaming about the West Coast sun. Yeah. We could go to California, soak up the sun like water in Solana. All that you ever want, it's waiting for you. You and me, baby, we could rule the world. If we go to California, pack it all up, we can start today. Let's take a road trip, plan our getaway. The world is ours now, so don't you be afraid. Oh, we go to California, soak up the sun like water in Solana. All that you ever want, it's waiting for you. You and me, baby, we could rule the world. And we could up and leave this world that we know behind us. And the truth is, I want you to be mine. Let's get to running. Baby, you could be my Santa Monica girl. No, no. If we go to California, oh yeah. We could go to California, soak up the sun like water in Solana. All that you ever wanted, all you ever wanted could be waiting for you. No, no. We could up and leave this world that we know behind us. And the truth is, I want you to be mine. Let's get to running. Baby, you could be my Santa Monica girl. No, no. If we go to California, if we go to California, oh yeah, yeah.
And that wraps up this week's episode. Don't forget to check out JP Burr on our Spotify playlist and give him a follow on Instagram.
Stay up to date on upcoming shows and watch our previous episodes by following us on our Instagram. We'll see you next week.